Hello followers and welcome everyone. In today's video I'm gonna cover briefly the money management calculator version 4. I'm gonna walk you through this calculator to see how it works with a couple of examples to become more familiar, and you can download this for free. You're gonna find this link below this video. The link will take you to this page. Then scroll down until you find the money management calculator tab, as you can see here. Then follow the download steps. After downloading the file, you get this money management calculator version 4 Microsoft Excel. Then you can open this file to get to this page. Now the use of the calculator is straightforward. However, I'm gonna walk you through step by step to explain briefly how this works. Firstly, you need to distinguish between three different sections: section 1, section 2, and section 3. Each section has different calculator function objective. In section 1, each time we lose a trade, we increase the bets in order to chase the profit target. Whereas in section 2, each time we lose a trade, we increase the bets to back up the losses. On the upper portion of the two sections, the calculations are based on the 90% payout, whereas in the lower portion of the two sections, the calculations are based on the 80% payout. Now, in the section 3, it calculates the initial trade risk amount you will need to start with as a function of the total risk amount and the number of bets you wanna place. The upper portion calculations are based on the 90% payout, whereas the lower portion calculations are based on the 80% payout. Now, for more clarification of the use of the calculator, I'm gonna give you a couple of examples for better illustration. Now, to explore the calculator, I'm gonna go through different scenarios, starting with the first one. Let's suppose that I wanna start my first trade with $1 risk amount, and the current payout is 90%, and I wanna increase my bets in order to make a profit target. In this case, I'm gonna use the first section and the upper portion where you can see here 90% payout. If the payout was 80%, I would use the lower portion. You got the point. So since my payout is 90% and I wanna increase the bets to make a profit target, I'm gonna enter the amount that I wanna start with here in T1, or the first trade box, $1, then hit enter. As you can see, it calculates all the respective risk amount to each trade that we wanna place. Additionally, it calculates the accumulated total potential losses, as you can see in the second column. This is the first scenario. Now, let's suppose that I wanna start my first trade with $5 and the current payout is 80%, and I wanna increase my bets to back up the losses in case if I lose my first trade. In this case, I'm gonna use the second section and the lower portion. Here, I'm gonna enter $5, my initial risk amount, then hit enter. As you can see, in a similar manner, it calculates all the subsequent risk amounts with the potential losses. Other example. Let's suppose that I can only afford a $200 for each 5 trade round or 5 trades round, and I want to know what will be my initial risk amount. In this case, I'm gonna use the section 3. Let's suppose that, for instance, the payout is 90%. In this case, I'm gonna use the upper portion of the section 3, and I'm gonna enter my total risk amount that I can afford for each 5 trade round here in the total box, starting with the amount of $200. Then I need to enter the total bets I want to place, for instance 5 trades, then hit enter. As you can see, it calculates the initial amount that I need to start with in T1 box, and the amount is $5.43. Then I can enter this amount, $5.43 here. Since my payout is 90%, I'm gonna enter this amount here, 5.43, then hit enter, and as you can see, I have all my risk amounts calculated for me. And same thing applies if the payout would be 80%. And you have an example here if you forgot the process, so you can read this to figure out how to use the calculator. That's all for the today's video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next tutorial.